If there's one thing Meghan Markle excels at, it's transforming even the most trivial moment into a meticulously crafted performance that screams self-admiration. In episode 4 of her Netflix series, With Love, Meghan, she attempts to add yet another feather to her imaginary cap, claiming fluency in Argentinian Spanish. Spoiler alert, she's not fluent, and Argentinian Spanish isn't even a recognized dialect. This episode serves as a textbook example of self-promotion, where Meghan sits down with her friend Delfina Blackia, recounting her brief time in Argentina and her overwhelming affection for the culture, the language, and, of course, the ever-Instagrammable mate. Netflix must have been thrilled to capture Meghan flaunting her so-called Spanish skills. You can almost picture the crew rolling their eyes so hard they could see their own brains. Cue Meghan, with her classic faux surprise. "So, what's so funny is I remember when we first met, and you were like, wait a minute, you speak Argentinian Spanish." Yes, Meghan, that is funny, not because you're a comedic genius, but because the notion of you being fluent in Spanish is laughable in its sheer dishonesty. Delfina, bless her heart and her Netflix paycheck, feigns shock at Meghan's supposedly impeccable accent. But let's be real, her surprise likely stems from the struggle to suppress laughter over Meghan's jumbled sentence structure and rehearsed delivery. This wasn't a genuine conversation, it was a public relations stunt masquerading as a heartfelt moment. Let's break it down. Meghan claims she spent 6 weeks in Argentina during her college years. 6 weeks? That's not living there, that's a vacation. You don't become fluent in a language by sipping mate and flirting with a polo player. Yet here she is, acting as if she's the United Nations official translator for Latin America. And can we please stop pretending that Argentinian Spanish is a completely different language? It's akin to saying someone speaks Californian English. Sure, there's a distinct accent and some slang, but at the end of the day, it's still Spanish. Meghan's assertion that she couldn't communicate in Colombia because she only knew Argentinian Spanish is like claiming you can't understand someone from New York because you learned to speak in Texas. But wait, it only gets better. In the Netflix docuseries about polo, there's that cringeworthy moment where Meghan whispers a painfully rehearsed line in Spanish, then covers her face as if she just let out a silent fart in church, probably because she sensed that the facade was about to crumble. The whole scene screams, "I've practiced this line for a week." She says something like, "I love the 25th of May, completely out of context. The poor guy she's chatting with is probably just waiting for the director to shout, "Cut." Their conversation lasts a mere 15 seconds before she bursts out laughing, making ridiculous owl noises, and clinging to Harry like a toddler with a security blanket. This entire charade isn't about Spanish, Argentina, or culture. It's about Meghan once again showcasing how incredible she believes she is. Every scene, every line, every awkward whisper is meticulously staged to portray her as this worldly, relatable, multilingual queen of the people. But it's painfully obvious, forced, and downright cringeworthy. At the end of the day, Meghan's claim of fluency in Spanish joins a long list of carefully curated illusions meant to make her appear more impressive than she truly is. It's all about the image, the performance, and the endless need for validation. This is not a representation of genuine cultural appreciation, it's a desperate bid for relevance, a way to keep the spotlight firmly fixed on her. And here's the kicker, while she's busy trying to convince the world of her linguistic prowess, real people are out there, hustling and working hard to become genuinely fluent in multiple languages. They're immersing themselves in cultures, making mistakes, learning, and growing. Meanwhile, Meghan's version of cultural engagement is nothing more than a meticulously choreographed act designed for an audience that's all too eager to consume the latest spectacle. So, let's call it what it is, a shallow performance. Meghan's attempts at portraying herself as a fluent Spanish speaker don't just fall flat, they crash and burn. It's a sad reflection of someone who seems to be perpetually in search of approval, unable to understand that authenticity comes from genuine experiences, not contrived moments engineered for the camera. In a world where real connections and true cultural understanding matter, Meghan's antics feel like a cheap trick. It's a reminder that no amount of faux fluency can substitute for the depth and richness of actual lived experiences. So, the next time you see Meghan Markle claiming to be fluent in Argentinian Spanish, remember, it's just another act in her ongoing performance. And honestly, isn't it time we stop giving her the audience she craves?